Vice Chancellor Sapienza, faculty, families, friends, and fellow graduates, thank you all for being here today. Lobsters mate for life. Once one crusty crustacean finds that special someone, they scuttle across the ocean floor, serenading each other like Sebastians in The Little Mermaid, claw to claw till death do us part. Okay, it's not exactly true, but it's from a Friends episode, so it still applies. Because at this juncture, with miles ahead of us but only inches behind, the distance is scary, and I can't help but feel separation anxiety. I still don't know how to exit these doors. It's crazy, honestly. We're still babies in a way. For the past 6 years, we spent every waking moment moaning over some atrocity of a math test or junior year, and then when everything is over, that math test doesn't seem so bad. Junior year pales in comparison with leaving. But while we're here, we can kick back in the post-mortem of our college careers and appreciate all the good parts, sucking up the last sweet driplets of our senioritis. So in that spirit, I want to thank everyone. Thank you, administrators, for keeping the peace and looking so cool while doing it. Thank you, faculty, for not dropping us when we needed cradling, for not cradling when we needed to stand on our own. Thank you, parents. No matter how many last-minute signatures we forge, we will always be there. And thank you, class of 2014, for being there every step of the way, watching in wonder as somehow our sweaty 7th grade gym shirts bloomed into college apparel. Thank you for joining me in good memories and bad, some of which I wish only remain my own. In 7th grade, I thought it would be flattering to perform a character study of one of my friends in rap form, ripping a beat from Childish Gambino, which ended up saying a lot more about me. In 11th grade, I wanted to look hip, and a friend suggested a quick fix, stuffing sea salt in my hair. For that entire day, every movement was met with a sprinkle of glittering salt, which was curiously representative of high school in a way, a special snowflake with every step. Sometimes I wish I had a big fat red button in front of me that could launch a drone inside my brain, knocking out embarrassment with extreme prejudice. But high school, by definition, is awkward. It's messy. It has a lot of rough edges. A generous few call it character building, which is often a euphemism for the awful and unspeakable. High school is about first crushes, speaking in public for the first time, overdue braces, teasing out each social studies teacher's footnote fetish. Seriously, the only real comfort we have in that regard is, hey, at least it's not middle school. And well, fortunately, Hunter has the best of both worlds. But despite the default discomfort and endemic embarrassment, there's a lot I want to remember. Not just Mr. Joffrey's motorcycle or Mr. Randolph's matchmaking or our own brand of Murphy's Law. Anything remotely worthy of complaint will be complained about. But it's also the how late did you sleep competitions in the hallway, bathroom congregations, chess rendezvous, and just the sheer joy of seeing everyone in the morning. And I'm really going to fight to remember, selecting right hook after left hook against atrophy, because there are very few things out there as honest as high school, as honest as Hunter. And regardless of how incredible the school is, remembering is important in general. It's simply what we do. Even though sometimes it causes us pain, even though it makes us cringe, even though every single bumble, botch, bobble, bungle, slip up, or goof off can strike back with a vengeance, we still can't help but do it. Because what do we have once we leave these doors besides the bits and pieces we jingle around in our pockets? This isn't proper physics, but remembering is the difference between distance and displacement. Not just, we're here, but why and how we got here, including all the agonizing, are we there yet? And even though growing old is mandatory, we can procrastinate a bit, a specialty of ours. We can always look back to the good parts, like having little Benjamin Buttons running laps inside our brains. And as you go on, becoming dancers, doctors, leaders, teachers, curators, diamond appraisers, going through your own 80s Rocky montages, getting better and fiercer and stronger, remember what it was like before. Remember first crushes. Remember public speaking. Remember overdue braces, because we improve as we remember. Why? Consider the shower. As you might have experienced after a long day, the shower stall becomes a sort of temple, a place of profound meditation as we contemplate better comebacks than, I know you are, but what am I? Looking back, we can pick out things, large and small, that we want to change. Little ways will get better, and go forward armed with that. And when we get the blues, when our dreams don't necessarily align with our aspirations, when the dream-reality divide isn't just a yearbook joke, remembering is how we stay safe. We can transport ourselves back to the beginning and evaluate what 6 years did to us, and I think we would like what we see. You might even fall in love. Best case scenario, we're all George Clooney's from here, mysteriously and endlessly improving with age. And more importantly, I think we'll remember us. Maybe not in 5 years, maybe not in 10, but someday we'll find our yearbooks collecting dust. We'll find old photos, senior scream, old giggles, the fear the dearest spirit they had. And we'll be together that way. Hence the title Lobsters. We'll never really leave each other. Oh, I know. It's a terrifying prospect in a way. High school forever sounds like some kind of cruel, grossly hormonal purgatory. But we don't have to remember it that way. It's the lasting impression of growing up with people we love. We all have similar bruises and badges. We've all gotten lost together, stuck in side hallways or maybe in the elementary school, perhaps fittingly, but we've all found our way. Although we might be remembered by everyone as merely a quote-unquote nice grade, that's not the whole truth. We're a grade that refuses to be frightened out of compassion, a grade that all in all doesn't give in to fashionable cynicism. There's an old joke by Groucho Marx. I wouldn't want to belong to a club that would accept me as a member. But I couldn't disagree more. In the past 6 years, I'm so honored to have spent all this time with you. Dream? 6 years with some of the most wonderful people our species has to offer. Reality? More than anything I could wish for. And now, even though we're going off in a million different directions, mucking up the world a little, but ultimately making it a much more colorful and fulfilling place, we'll always have a home here. In sickness and in health, in good times and in bad, we'll always have fun. Thank you.